What's up, everybody? This is Sideline Rewind, all things professional cheerleading, coming at you with episode number 47.
Wow.
We are at 47.
Yes.
No, we aren't 47, but we were at 47. I mean, I'd take it, but
Yeah.
I'll take 47 again.
I will too.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I mean, sure.
She's not there yet.
I am 47. I mean, I'm 49.
Are you?
Yeah.
See, I don't know why I forget.
Yeah. Because I
always
don't say
forget.
it very often, but now I just told everyone.
Because
That's
I
okay.
thought you're like 40-something, like 40.
Oh, well, thank you.
I did.
Did we just become best friends again?
Yeah.
See, and see this one over here. I'm the oldest, so don't even start.
And we got a big celebration this year because it's a milestone birthday.
Come on now, let's go.
Yeah.
All right.
I love it.
Yes.
Celebration Miami.
That's right.
That's right.
Come on now.
For me, too. Celebration birthday.
Come on.
Milestone birthday. Come on now.
honey.
We got to get our plans together.
Absolutely. Sideline Rewind, ladies and gentlemen, episode 47. This episode will be called Respect
Yes.
by our girl,
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
Aretha Franklin. Yeah, that's my daddy's girl. Come on now. Suck it to me, suck it to me, suck it. Come on now.
I knew she was going to be singing and dancing with
Come
this
on,
one. I knew it.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T.
And I love it.
Find out what it means to me.
R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Come on now.
Okay.
I love it. That song was written by Otis Redding. Originally recorded that song and released it himself in 1965 as a single from his third album, Otis Blue, Otis Redding Sings Soul. After becoming a crossover hit for Redding in 1967, Aretha Franklin, the Queen of Soul, rearranged, rephrased, covered it, resulting in her breakout hit and her signature song.
Bringing it from Detroit, too.
Come on
That's
now.
right.
That's it.
Yes, we love it. So a little respect going on. And it's appropriate because it's Happy International Women's Day. So we're going to get this
All the things.
all the things.
Rolled into one.
Come on now.
Can't get better than Miss Aretha.
Respect, baby.
That's it.
Come on now. I grew up with that lady. Let's go.
I love it.
I was going to say, talk about a song that never goes out of style.
Yeah.
Never.
Never will.
Never will.
honey.
And it's also great because it's International Women's
Yes,
History Month.
that's right.
So what
Absolutely.
also a perfect song to go along with that.
Respect, baby. Aretha Franklin. Here we go.
I love it.
Sideline Rewind. And it goes with our great guest we have today, too.
Right.
Which we're very excited about.
So excited.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Respect that way for sure.
For sure.
Can't wait. Yes.
Can't wait. Anita, so
All right.
what before we get to the guest, the awesome guest we have,
Yes.
what's going on?
So we just launched, as you've heard us talking about, our Foundation Fridays at Sideline Rewind.
Yay!
And I did the first one. I thought that was just apropos for me to lead off.
Yes.
And it wasn't quite as easy interviewing your own self. So it's Foundation Fridays. It will be published every Friday. However, because I'm technologically challenged, it actually didn't publish until
Aren't we all?
yesterday. But you know what? I've got everything down to a science, and it's going to be so much easier once I have a guest on to do
Yes.
the interview, and they
Yes.
will be published. We've got so many people lined up. I'm thrilled. Founders, nonprofit leaders, all of those alumni cheerleaders that are making an impact in the community. And I cannot wait for you all to be a part of that and tune in and
love
listen.
it.
It's on YouTube. You go to our playlist segment, and that's where it'll live.
Oh, that's great.
yeah.
Isn't that good?
And then we can have a podcast called Technology in Your 50s. How to survive.
Come on now.
How to not spend 12 hours doing something that should take you 12 minutes.
Right, exactly.
Come on, but it's all good.
It's
we
all
learned.
good.
It's a
You
process.
did
Figure it out.
It's
You know what?
So if somebody wanted to contact us about wanting to be on Foundational
Like featured,
Fridays,
right.
Yeah, how do we?
Yes,
how do
you
we
can
do
go
it?
to our website, sidelinerewind.com, and the link on there. The link is on there. It's in our bio on Instagram.
Right. Okay.
And it's also, if you're receiving our newsletter, there's also a link on there, a Google form to fill out and submit the information, and we'll get you on the books.
And if you would like to give us a telephone call for those that don't use the technology, we will take that too.
Yes. There you go.
I love it. And you know, auditions are full swing. We're getting going.
Let's go.
I mean, it's so exciting. The Colts announced their squad yesterday. I believe.
2026?
Yes.
I think they're the first squad.
So
think so, too.
exciting.
Yes. Awesome. Congratulations to
So
all
cool.
of those ladies.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And the Ravens are in their tryout process, and the Carolina Top Cats have announced their semifinalists. So it's so exciting. And most other teams have started their first round auditions via video submission and things like that. So here we go.
Audition season 2026, baby. Let's go.
So exciting.
Full swing.
Looking forward to it. And if you are looking for judges, we have just a few dates left on the calendar to come and support your team, judge whatever you need us to do.
Right.
And that is also on the newsletter. If you'd like us to come to that, there's a Google form.
We like to
fill
go
out on there.
places.
We do like to
we
go
do.
places.
Yeah.
We've been
We're pretty fun.
Yeah. It's
Yes.
been great.
Yeah.
Just to kind of check them out and see and hype them up.
That's
and,
right.
Yeah, behind the
Love it.
scenes and
Exactly.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
It's fun. Y'all should look on our social media because we went to Vegas to
Don't
the
tell where we're
Raiderettes.
going next.
I'm not telling, but we went to Raiderettes and we got a shot of us walking into the stadium. Oh my gosh.
It was very cool.
Because that was our first time ever going, and it was
Yes.
great. I mean, they had it all laid out. So if you want
Amazing.
us to come and see behind the scenes,
Yeah.
we would love to do that.
And one of the teams is surprising their participants that are trying out, so we can't tell where we're going.
Yes. We're so excited.
So excited.
That's right.
Get ready. So we have an amazing
Yes,
guest.
I want to hear all about
Phenomenal.
We're so excited.
all about her.
Okay.
Let's
all right.
go.
Hold on to your chairs, girls.
Let's go. Get ready.
Our guest today is a trailblazer with extensive experience in the NFL and the NBA, focused on rebuilding and creating first-class entertainment teams, as well as executing high-energy, fan-focused game day entertainment.
Woo!
Yes.
Let's go. Come
She was
on now.
hired to consult ownership in developing the Detroit Lions cheerleaders in 2016,
Yes.
and she served as the program director for almost a decade.
Come on
Wow.
now. Let's go.
Impressive.
Amazing.
I love it.
The team has served as a world-class performance team, as well as role models and ambassadors in the community.
Yes, honey.
Absolutely.
In addition to bringing the first ever professional cheerleading team to Detroit, she also played an integral role in game presentation,
Yes.
managing the national anthem bookings, halftime shows, and
What?
other live entertainment. That
I mean, come on. Just
It's a
managing
lot.
the cheerleaders alone is a full-time job and then some. So add on
Right.
all these other things.
exactly.
See?
Come on now.
Come on now. Respect.
RESPCT.
Respect.
Come on now.
Yes.
Bring it on home.
Yes.
But wait,
Respect.
there's more.
Okay.
She is well versed in all aspects of program and brand development, show production, stage management, live events, and fan engagement.
Love it.
Prior to the Lions, she spent 10 years as the director of entertainment teams for the Detroit Pistons
Come on, Detroit
Okay,
Pistons.
now,
Let's
come
go.
on.
and
Yes.
the Detroit Shock, which is the WNBA team.
Wow.
Come on now. Oh my goodness.
Amazing.
We got royalty in the room.
We do.
Come on now.
Enjoying the experience of one NBA championship and 3 WNBA titles.
What?
Wow.
As
So
one of the
cool.
most tenured dance team directors in the sports industry, she has been coaching, consulting, training, and developing large-scale programs for over 2 decades at the professional, collegiate, and high school levels.
Wow.
She prides herself on her expertise and longevity in the entertainment industry, along with her ability to bring out the best in every performer.
Come
Love
on
it.
now. We
She
love
is an
it.
Oakland University graduate and Athletic Hall of Honor recipient.
Let's go.
Our guest today is currently running her own consulting business, motivational speaking, and assisting her daughter in coaching a high school dance team.
Yes.
It is our honor to welcome Miss Rebecca Smoker.
Yes.
Woo-hoo.
Come on now. Rebecca Smoker in the house. Let's go.
I love your energy.
Come on
We
now.
love that you're here with us. So
Absolute-
exciting.
Thank you so much.
Girl, so,
Great to get the call.
oh my goodness. So where are you from originally?
I'm from Michigan.
Michigan. Okay.
Yeah, I've been here my whole life. I've done some traveling. I was a consultant for Accenture for a minute and did some traveling and lived in St. Louis part-time and in different places all over the country. But for the most part, I've been here and I love Michigan. I'm a big fan.
Love
Yeah, that's
that.
awesome.
That is awesome. Come on now. Go ahead. So, how did you get? Were you a cheerleader in high school, elementary school? Like, how did your path to where you are now? How did it start as far as cheerleading is concerned?
Yeah, well, you guys were talking about age, so it started a long time ago for me. I might be older than all of you, but nonetheless, yeah, I started dancing when I was a little girl, and my mom had me in different dance classes, and then ultimately high school, where I really found the passion, and then I started coaching like literally the year I graduated from high school. So my coaching career is definitely several decades in the making. So,
I love it.
but I continued to dance at Oakland University. I retired as a dancer, like believe it or not, when I was 26, and then when I was 30, tried out for the Detroit Pistons inaugural team, and that's where I danced for a season, for the NBA. So
fun.
yeah, so I've done a lot of different things, especially in the coaching world. But yeah, it started, and I am. A lot of people might not know this about me, but because I've been a coach for so long, but I love to dance. Like I really, really love to dance, and I love everything about it. So.
Now, did you choreograph as well? I mean, you had every plate you were juggling at one time, but
Right. Yeah. In the NBA, I did a lot of work, a lot of choreography, but ultimately, I had captains and choreographers that I would bring in. One of the trickiest things about, choreography in the pros is just making everything look unique. So I really did, I was under the philosophy that you have to, really bring in a lot of different choreographers to, keep things fresh and new. So I used a lot of, girls who could choreograph on the team and the same with the NFL. But, there's different conventions and camps and things like that, I would draw from as well. And especially in the NFL. But, I played a part in the choreography and the production elements, and I loved to choreograph back in the day. But you start gaining all these other responsibilities, and it starts to just become, I'm involved in it and love to do it and help with the music and help with the visual aspects and, adding, different, bells and whistles here and there. But when it comes right down to the timing of it, it just got to be too much, especially in the NFL. I was pretty stretched. So, but choreography and dance is where it all started, and I just love it. So, yeah.
Well, you have to be involved as long as you have. Clearly, you have to truly love what you're doing. So, that's amazing.
I mean, talk about a trailblazer, and I'm sure she left quite the void because those are usually several positions within the organization, and she was filling all of them. So that's impressive.
Wow. It is very impressive. So how did all that? So you started out as a director, and then they said, "Oh, well, she can do this and do this, and look for talent for the, girl." Right. How did that happen?
Since I had other people helping me, but yeah, for the NFL, I'm kind of a glutton. I think, yeah. There's a need to get involved, but I loved, I was a singer in high school and college, and from the national anthem perspective, I just loved being able to work with the national anthem artists, and so I just kind of worked with the game presentation people and gotten really involved in doing that. The same with the halftime shows and just the other side of the entertainment. Everything, was so collaborative. There was, so many, we had flag runners and drumline and mascots and all the other things. And so I just loved bringing that all together. And so, I raised my hand often.
So, right. I love it.
And now I'm, coaching with my daughter and, I'm assisting her. She's my boss. And, it's so nice just to coach and just have one thing.
Absolutely.
But I did love that aspect of it. And it just helped bring, I thought it just helped bring the cheer programs and the live entertainment programs, just at the forefront a lot more, to have myself involved in that. And, so it was something that I really loved to do and was glad. And like I said, there's a team of people involved in both, when I work for the Pistons and with the Lions, can't do it without other staff, and they were amazing to work with. So, but yeah, I was raising my hand.
Yes.
I think that also speaks about, when we started cheering, we all cheered for the Titans when they first came to Nashville, and being able to be involved with all those aspects, even though Mika, our director, wasn't over all of that, I think she did consult with and coordinate. And we felt like a part of it a lot. And so I think that really helped with the whole community feel, not just in the team and the organization, but definitely in the fan experience. And I think that's huge because now I guarantee if you ask most cheerleaders from teams, they probably don't know who's singing the anthem necessarily. They don't know. Right. They have so much responsibility outside of that. And so and that's good. It's grown so much, but it also, I feel like, can change that community feel.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the live entertainment and community relations side of it is really important. And any way that we can highlight the cheerleaders and, put them at the forefront with all those other, entertainment elements is really important right now.
Absolutely.
Really.
Yeah. And we ask people this because we are in tryout season and things like that. And people are, scrambling and the smart ones are doing their homework, trying to research, what can I do? How can I be better? So we'd like to know, what is your advice? What is something or things that you look for as a director and coach when selecting new team members? What stands out to you? What do these candidates need to be having to represent themselves well?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and right now I'm consulting. I do a lot of one-on-one coaching right now.
Right.
And so, leveling up. So whether it's, elementary to high school to college, college to pro, I do a lot of the, college to pro right now. So, there's several things. I think the first thing is, you have to train in advance. I mean, you can't audition. The dance teams, pro dance teams in the NBA, NFL, and all the minor league teams and all the other teams and all the other teams, it's evolved, and people are finally starting to pay attention to the talent level. And so now that just that attention and that focus and that microscope has really put, a charge into all the dancers, because now they have to train. It's super competitive to make the teams. There's not a lot of turnover because the programs are getting, stronger and stronger, and they're involved in more aspects, or, playing internationally, all those things. So the first thing I would say is develop a comprehensive plan that includes starting in advance. And advance, I mean a year or two. You have to. A lot of the clients that I have will say, "Oh, I'm not picking up choreography very fast because I haven't danced in a really long time."
Wow.
But you have to start dancing. I mean, you have to start dancing, and you've got to get into every class you possibly can just to get it back in your, coordination, your rhythm. It should come for nature, because at the tryouts, because there's so much pressure. There's candidates who can pick up choreography really fast because they're in their different part of their journey of training. And so if you're just walking in just to see and you're really training, the picking up choreography alone is going to challenge someone
100%.
And that just has to be something that you have to really have a plan in place. And so if they hire me, I can help them do that. But there's so much great resource out there. Your podcast and just there's more resources out there than ever. And there's, it's not a competition. So it's like, we want all the candidates to do really well because the turnover, let's be frank, isn't really high. There's not a lot of positions open anymore. And so especially in Detroit and Colts and, several others. But so candidates really need to broaden their horizons as well and set expectations. What do they want from that first time they audition? Are they trained? Are they ramping up and strength training and doing all the things to get noticed and to advance through the process? And then really, all the candidates really need to consider just going outside their market. Some markets might be better for some dancers than others. And there might be more spots or more opportunities. So I tell a lot of my candidates, they'll say, "Oh, I'm trying out for, this team." And I'm like, but you should also consider, because I kind of know the landscape a little bit,
Absolutely.
And I know how many positions are open or not, and I know what they're looking for. And so I often tell candidates, like, would you be willing to move? You probably would, right?
Yeah.
Would you dance in the NFL, AFL, or the minor league, baseball, like doing, more of a, energy squad kind of event, get started, like doing something, anything, right?
Yes.
Than that. And then there's a big difference, lastly, between the NBA and the NFL and how you train for those. So
For sure.
that was a long-winded sentence.
No, I love it. No, this is great.
That's
I'm like,
exactly
tell
what
me
we're
more.
looking for.
I love this. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think you asked too, what would I be looking for? And for me, the most important thing is authenticity and humbleness.
Yes.
What the job as a cheerleader or an NBA dancer is one of you're an ambassador. And you have opportunities to speak now more than ever before. You're in the community more than ever before. And the organizations are really starting to capitalize on that, which is exactly what should be happening.
Mm-hmm.
They're an extension of the brand ambassadors, they're an extension of the players.
Mm-hmm.
And they have to be really well spoken. And you have to be well spoken to a point of you have to be the real deal. You can't fake in this industry.
Fake it.
You can't fake it. You're going through an extensive audition process, which doesn't happen for any other jobs anywhere, right? And so you're dancing, you're speaking, you're doing all these things in this audition process. You have to be real because if you're not, it's going to be transparent to those that you're hiring. And then ultimately you'll have a really difficult time, in the community trying to connect and build, that brand awareness. So I look for really humble individuals, and I'm a pretty good judge of character after all this time.
Yes.
And I want them to be humble with an ego to handle the pressure, but the gratitude to be on the to be the real deal. And so what I think that a lot of candidates, especially those that I'm consulting right now, they don't realize how comprehensive the job is. And really digging in, there's so many elements to the job outside of just dancing. So, you cannot do it without strength training anymore. You can't do it without technical training anymore. You can't do it without public speaking experience or having a great resume or a great headshot and all those things. You have to really have a great portfolio.
Yeah, that's so smart because, all these young dancers are coming out of high school or college, and they're thinking, well, I can dance. I'm a good dancer. Okay, well, that's just a small fraction of what you need to have to make it.
And on the college level, the competition is incredible.
Yes.
So many high schools at every level, level D2 to, D1.
Yeah.
They're all competing. And the competition elements have evolved so much so in high school and college. It is incredible, the evolution of what's going on and what has been happening over the course of the last 10 years. And it is super competitive. So, when I first started the Lions, I didn't have a lot of college, candidates.
Right.
Recently, everybody was college and everybody was right off that competition stage. And so if you're a candidate that isn't doing that and isn't dancing like that, is it fair? Not necessarily, but that's a deal. You have to train in advance with a comprehensive program, and you really need to, dig into your resources and dance your butt off.
That's right. And be a good person, because I think sometimes it can work to the opposite of maybe there's somebody that's really, really, really talented coming off that competitive stage and somebody else that maybe is not maybe right here, but is obviously better character, better overall, just a good person. So
Brand
maybe that can
ambassador.
outweigh in certain situations.
Right.
But like you said, you got to have the whole package. You just got to check all those boxes.
You can't just be a great dancer and not be humble and not be the real deal. You cannot. And to that point, a lot of the girls that are trying out, 2 or 3 girls in these college programs. So they're recommending and referring other girls. Well, you better not refer someone that, doesn't have a heart of gold, because they're going to be your, and if they are, they're going to be your competition, even if they're not the strongest dancer. So, it is a casting role. I think that is where it's evolved more now ever than before. It's casting, right? You're looking for particular women who can really be business professionals and understand the business of the sports industries, and then speak to that on a community relations, ground level. But it really is about, that evolution. It's incredible how much it has evolved. And so you have to train for it. You've got to really prepare. And thankfully we have the internet and we have social media.
That's right.
Podcasts like your amazing podcast and all these things that and people like me who really want to continue to give back to the industry, who will train, and there's a lot of opportunities. So
that's right. And what an asset you are to someone trying out. Like, seriously, you need to call her yesterday. Right. I mean, she's got all the knowledge you could ever want and then some. I mean, come
NBA
on.
or
NFL.
I'm lucky. I'm lucky I had a career in both the NBA and NFL. I've learned a lot about both both leagues. And I even did some work with, the MLB, Major League Baseball, minor league baseball, hockey, like all the different, I've been really lucky that I've been in a lot of the sports. So I've been able to see a lot of what the live entertainment expectations are.
And it's like you said earlier, it is so great that if you have somebody that may not fit into the Lions role of what they're looking for, because you're so well versed in all the other leagues, and you can kind of direct them and guide them into a different position. And that's incredible. And that speaks volumes.
Thank you. Yeah, I think, I have one particular candidate. When I said that, I said, listen, like, would you consider the NBA, or would you consider, going to another market? Would you consider doing AFL in that market, or, or minor league baseball, and be an energy, energy girl or whatever. And like, you've got to start somewhere. Right. And if you're not going to make it right away because you might not have been prepared, I've had girls that tried out for year after year. Right. Some would make it and some didn't. And it just goes to show you that it's just competitive. It's just really competitive.
Yeah. And when you say that these opportunities that you're presenting would be resume credits, that they could say, look, I've done this, I've worked on this team, and makes you an overall better candidate for when you do try back out for the NFL or whatever your end goal is.
We know people who have tried out and it didn't make it until their sixth time or whatever. And so,
that's one piece of advice I always tell everybody is don't give up, but really be really realistic about what you're doing. Because if you're not making it, you're probably not training comprehensively. You're probably not looking at yourself strong enough in the mirror, because this is a public job. Right. You have to be very self-aware of, and that's hard. And sometimes it weighs heavy mentally. There's always the cheer industry and dance industry gets such a bad rap with that. But the reality is that you have to really be, you have to be tough, and you have to be self-aware in a positive way. It starts with yourself. You have to be really, kind to yourself and give yourself a lot of grace. And if you're not training ahead of time, or if you're trying out over and over and over again, you've got to figure out something else, right? You got to go a different direction to try to, to make that team, or go try to make another team, or broaden your horizons.
And like you said, now there are so many resources available. Back when we tried out, it was like
there was none.
There was nothing.
We're just like winging it,
I have a good story for that. I think I've told you guys this before. When right out of college, I went to UT, University of Tennessee, and the dance team there. So I'm like, I'm a good dancer. I'm gonna go try out for Laker girls. That's my end goal. Like I'm gonna go big or go home. I've said this before. Yes. That's my mentality. So I go in and I'm like, I did fine with all the dancing. I think I made it to the last round, the last cut before they did the interviews, and I had a ponytail. Bless my heart, I had a ponytail. And I think I had a leotard. Like it was that long ago. And I come in and everybody's so glam from head to toe, hair down, two-piece, pushed up, out, all the right places,
Yes.
And I just didn't know. I didn't know. But I'll tell you what did happen is immediately after that, the Titans came to Nashville, and I'm like, I'm going to go try out. And guess what? I had my hair down. I learned something. So, But if I had resources or Instagram or a great coach like yourself, then maybe I would have been more prepared in that way.
And hear what she said. She learned from the first experience, and she pivoted.
Yeah.
And that's how you do
true. It. Yeah. So
what's unique about that is that, I could tell somebody a million things and give them all the advice in the world and set them up for as much success as possible. But until you go through an audition, and, every year auditions change. Even if a coach doesn't change, the auditions change every year because the needs of that program also change, and the casting changes a little bit. So there's always different things that might be, might not be out there publicly, that a coach is looking for, or that just happens at auditions that somebody might not, be prepared for. So, you have to be ready for that. That's
right.
That's entertainment. That's entertainment.
Exactly.
That's
right.
And that's live entertainment. So if you can handle the ambiguity of some of it, that's where you're going to succeed too. So like you did.
Yeah. I'm like, you know what?
For sure.
I'm going to know next time. And I did. And there were people
Exactly.
there that didn't know. And I'm like, well, bless your heart. You're going to know next time. I've already been through it.
Bless your heart.
Oh, gosh.
No, but I
Good
think
times.
that is so important. What y'all are saying is to kind of gather the information along the way and have that mentality like, okay, if I didn't make it, then what can I use the next time going to
Right.
another situation to make myself better for the next
Like
thing?
she said, you have to pay attention, you have to be aware, and you also have to be able to look at yourself and go, how can I improve myself? What could I have done better? Yeah. Not like, oh, well, they just didn't like me, or they didn't like that I had blonde hair, or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Be able to look at that and go, no, what can I fix to make myself better for the next time?
Right.
So.
And you learn so much about those
Absolutely.
components right there in the business world, because that's just life. You're going to interview for jobs you don't get.
Right.
You're going to be let go from jobs you didn't expect to be let go from. And you just learn from that experience and take away what you can.
That's right.
And you go, you know what? I'm still the same person. I'm still great. I can still qualify for anything.
Absolutely.
Just move along.
Right. And get a little bit better every time.
And then
bit
you
better.
meet some of the greatest people
For
going
sure.
through the process
Yes.
that may, that
Oh, go ahead. As a coach, we want everyone to be successful.
Absolutely.
There's girls I see year after year, and I just, my heart just, bleeds for them because I want them to be successful. I think that's sometimes people don't think that, but all the coaches everywhere and all the people that run these programs, they want, everybody to, if we could take everyone, right?
Yeah.
But it is competitive. And so, setting themselves up for success is something that has to just be at the forefront as much as possible. And sometimes it just doesn't go your way. Like, like you were saying, like, this industry is one of the hardest industries I've ever worked in. It's rewarding, but it's demanding. And, even as a leader in it, but for the dancers too. So you have to just be really positive about your involvement in it and just, stay strong.
That's right.
Come on now.
That's right.
Stay strong.
What the auditions bring, you got to stay strong.
That's right. Wow.
I could talk to her all day.
Yeah. Tell us about your daughter. Your daughter coaches a team. Does she grow up dancing?
She did. So my daughter is amazing, of course.
Yes.
But, so, she, as a dance mom myself, like I put her in dance and said, you're going to dance. And I did this with my son with hockey too. Like, and, music and just like, you just do this. And when you're 18, you can decide what to do with it.
Right. Right.
So my daughter, I was like all through growing up, my daughter I didn't think she would ever carry on with dance. And she'll say the same thing. But she did. She all of a sudden decided that it was like her lifeline.
Oh, I love
and so
it.
she did it in college. And then she was the Detroit Lions cheerleader for,
I love it.
For seasons. And, they're in between right now. But then, she teaches at a dance studio. And then right now she's coaching a high school and we have a full coaching staff. We have 2 JV coaches. We have 3 varsity coaches. Myself and another girl are assisting Mackenzie. And then we're starting a middle school program.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I mean, it's grown a ton over the course of the last few years, but I just love working with my daughter. We butt heads a lot, but the other day it was really funny. I said, we were doing evaluations, end of the season evaluations with the high schoolers, and she was talking, and of course I have to stay quiet more often because she's the real deal. She's running it, and she just has so much great intuition, but everything that she said was something that I would have said in this interview or this evaluation. And we got done and, we both had this moment of, high emotion because I was like, You got it. You were listening to me.
Yeah.
You were listening to me like your whole life. Because there's no way you could come up with that without listening. And,
I love it.
And so and I'm learning so much from her right now. It's just amazing. So I really am really blessed to be able to coach on the high school level. At the root of all of it, I loved coaching pro, but at the root of all of it, I love coaching and I love giving back to dancers and, and doing it with my daughter is just icing on the cake.
That's so fun. I was about started crying when you
did too.
That because
trust me. There's moments where you just look at each other and have to walk away. Because
same. I feel that
flooded with emotion, and so we're going to build a little bit of an empire. We've got some plans in place, and we're gonna take some time. I mean, I'm on the downswing of some of the things I want to do, but at the end of the day, like I want to help her build, and so, we're gonna have some fun and keep building and developing programs.
That's so fun.
Yes.
So fun.
And that's what it's about, giving it back to the next generation,
right.
like all your expertise. And then to hear your daughter like repeating some of the things and she listened, like that is what it's all about. Yes. That's what it's all about.
That's really where it started for me. I grew up in a just very dysfunctional home, and we all have our backgrounds, but it really, that was one of the things that started to drive me at a very young age to coach, was to give back and to allow people to have the dance experiences that I had, that saved me from wreckage.
Yes.
So it's still to this day very, very prominent in why I do it.
I love that.
Amazing.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love that.
I just want to cry.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's about.
Yeah, it is.
It is. And it's, it's evolved so much. I mean, like I've been lucky to have different transitions. I transitioned, from the NBA, I transitioned from the NFL, and I've been lucky to have those opportunities because it's taught me so much.
Yes.
And the industry as a whole is evolving. And so if you're not paying attention, it's going fast. Mm-hmm. And so I really want to be that voice for coaches everywhere and at every level, and also dancers, and just, really help everybody realize their dreams.
Love it. Yes.
That's what it's about.
Yes. That's exactly right.
That's exactly what it's about. And that's why we started the podcast. And that's why we interview people like yourself. Yeah, because
to highlight
things like that, and to kind of whatever you're learning and whatever industry you're in, it's all about, even if you did have a negative experience, take that experience and you grow from it and you build from it.
Right.
And that is exactly.
Just think of little Jeanine and her ponytail at the
Lakers.
A little bit of a negative experience.
Yeah, but
it turned it into something great.
Ponytails now, Jeanine. People are wearing ponytails.
Well, are they coming back? But I think it was a cute ponytail, but it was very like, I was ready. I could have whipped that thing in a circle and been in ballet class. Like it was. I was
high and
ready.
tight.
Yeah, high and tight.
Yeah.
I was ready.
Yeah,
Hey.
but I think that's a lovely what you're doing,
Yes.
and the experiences that you've had, that you have brought it all together, and then now you're passing on to another generation. And let me tell you, these high school kids, they need y'all to steer them in that right direction. So that's what we're talking about.
Right. Yeah, we've said it all the time. It only takes one person that believes in you and lets you know, hey, Rhonda, I believe in you, and you can do this. You can change someone's life in a second.
So true.
Yeah, the high school girls are amazing. They've really evolved. We competed this past year in nationals for the first time. They learned so much about themselves, and we see so much growth in them, and so much opportunity, and so much potential. And so there's a little bit of that coach athlete friction sometimes, because I don't think that they realize it themselves. Enough to be able to, just really shine. So we love really trying to get the most out of all of that. So there's definitely some, a lot of opportunities to, take our high schoolers to the next level too. So we love it.
Come on now.
Love it.
So you already answered the question about where your passion comes from. I think that is top notch, amazing that you're trying to use your childhood and grabbed onto some dancing came into your life to propel you. But we also ask,
what is your favorite rewind? And it could be from the NBA, NFL, but the thing that you draw from the most. Yes.
Yes. Okay. So mine is actually an audition experience as well. So
come on now.
I know I auditioned for the NBA for the Pistons in the inaugural season. So, they started a team that year. Amazing people that started it. And so when I went to audition, there were hundreds of people, not just 150. There were hundreds.
Right.
I wore a crop top that had daisies all over it.
Okay.
So and I auditioned next to girls who I was coaching at a high school at Oakland University. So there were girls that were on my college team that I was coaching who also auditioned.
Okay.
And so so that experience was definitely one for the books. I had already been retired. I was 30 years old when I did that. And and at that time there wasn't training like there is now,
right?
Strength training and all that. You were teaching yourself. So I had already, retired from ballet, my ballet minor, and at the university. So when I was 26, so I hadn't really danced at all,
right?
At all. And so when I just remembered just dancing my ass off and having the best time. And I made it in the newspaper because of my daisy top. But everybody called me Daisy.
Daisy.
Like, to this day, people will say, you're Daisy.
You're Daisy. You're famous.
Yeah, I was famous because of the shirt I wore.
I love that.
I don't know what I was wearing.
These days, you could have been an influencer and made hundreds of thousands of dollars.
I don't know. But just that whole experience, I just remember I didn't eat for days. I was just, I was so blessed to make it, amongst all these other amazing dancers. I only danced professionally for one season, but because I was doing other things, but so that was one of my most favorite rewinds. And then ultimately, most recently was starting the Detroit Lions cheerleader program in 2016. Getting the call from, the executive to come in and consult for, a few months and then ultimately starting it. And, that just being able to have that opportunity.
Absolutely.
Just so memorable and so special.
And everybody auditioning, even if it's too late for this year, there's a lot of great gems in this episode from Miss Rebecca. So you better listen and
take some notes.
Yes.
Dropping gems.
Listen and apply.
Absolutely. Well, we want to thank you for being. I could listen to you talk all day.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you so much. I'll come back on.
Absolutely. We would love it. Absolutely.
You should come to Nashville and come on just live and in person.
That. I like you. It's warmer there. So
we'll take you down to Broadway, even though we don't go, but we'll take our guests.
Well, I'm looking at the champagne. We don't need to go anywhere. I just want to go
That's true.
in that room with you guys.
There you go.
I love it.
Thank
you so much. We really appreciate
you.
I really appreciate it.
Yes, honey. You dropped some gems, honey. Everybody needs to listen.
Yes. Let me know.
Thank you so much. And we want to thank all of our supporters, our social media. Again, we've got some great things coming. Make sure you get on for our, what is it?
Foundational Fridays.
We have a newsletter coming out. New merch we have.
Yeah, that's
make
exciting.
sure that you go to our sidelinerewind.com. We do have a website. You can find all the things there.
Yes.
We are on YouTube and we're airing our live studio.
We have video now, so we're like, we're
legit. All of a sudden, we're legit.
Technology. Take that.
Make sure that you subscribe and like our videos so that it gets in the algorithm and
those
it gets
notifications
out there.
And you know when we're publishing something new.
Come on
That's
now.
right. Don't want to miss it.
Don't want to miss it. Come on now.
Get your new Come On Now shirt on our online store.
You need one.
Yes, honey.
And how much respect do we have for this pretty Rebecca?
We got some respect for Rebecca, honey.
Yes.
Oh, I really appreciate that. Same to all of you.
Yes, this has been episode number 47, ladies and gentlemen. Respect.
Respect.
We're out.